What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
I don't follow the rules. I make them. And when necessary, I break them. Veronica Lodge once said in Riverdale. Well, that's not the case with Camila Mendes and her co-stars on set. From keeping their phones on silent all the time to some unbelievable kissing rules and how some cast members had to ignore death threats, here are all the rules Riverdale actors hated following. Phones are constantly on silent. This is a rule that every actor in the film industry has to follow. No exceptions were ever made. The thing is, any noise from the phone might ruin a take, and the director would most likely hate that. Also, phones cannot be on vibrate either, but we believe this is one of the more acceptable rules Riverdale cast has to follow. Just wait till you hear some strict rules about kissing on set.
Want to follow rules, I make them. And when necessary, I break them. You want to help me get revenge on
No creative freedom. The rules of Disney are certainly crazier than the ones in Riverdale. A lot of Disney child stars grew up on our small screens, and because of their time spent working for the company, we often believe they have a lot of creative freedom, at least when it comes to their show. But you'll be surprised to know that creative freedom given to actors is not quite acceptable for Disney. In fact, most Disney stars have had an awful experience when working for the famous company. In an interview with Vulture, Dylan Sprouse, who starred alongside his twin brother, Riverdale star Cole Sprouse, on the Disney Channel series The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, said that this is practically the reason they left Disney. "We had a really awesome idea for where the show needed to go," he said. "We were 18. If that isn't old enough to know exactly what the show needs, then, well, I would beg to disagree. I don't think Disney were willing to work with us, really ever. So we stopped the show," he explained. There are a lot of film directors and showrunners that actually leave their stars to participate in the scripts. They give their own ideas, and quite often, their ideas are approved. Unfortunately, that's obviously not the case with Disney. Approval before posting on social media. Can you imagine waiting for permission before you share that selfie on Instagram? Well, that's what Riverdale stars go through every day. Riverdale depends a lot on social media posts made by their stars. Fans, including us, get pretty excited for every upcoming season of the show, and that's why the cast of Riverdale needs to get approval, in case they inadvertently share some spoilers. Dealing with fame. KJ Apa. While chatting with actress Demi Moore for Interview magazine, KJ Apa openly talked about how Riverdale changed his life. Since Riverdale became famous overnight, the actor needed to quickly deal with fame and so many restrictions on what he can and can't do. When comparing Riverdale to his movie Songbird, which is a film that was controversially filmed during the peak of the pandemic, Apa said that he learned how it is to feel free when coming back to film Riverdale. "I felt so free coming from a show where I feel like I'm in jail a lot of the time," he explained, going on saying that what his character in Riverdale, he finally learned how it's like to really express himself in a natural way. In his own words, "I wasn't covered in makeup or hair products. I had long hair and a beard. I just felt free." While saying all those positive things about Riverdale, the actor admitted that there's been so much pressure in playing Archie. According to him, there's a lot of baggage that comes with that success.
Okay, bro, you look like you're about to pass out.
Just lightheaded. What's going on?
Not much.
Kissing rules. With the pandemic, all film projects were affected and plenty of restrictions on set followed in order for the film industry to keep moving forward. And since Riverdale includes a lot of lovemaking and kissing scenes, filming these scenes during a global pandemic was not easy. First, the actors had to rinse their mouths for a full minute before each take. KJ Apa was the only one to explain this process. "They have us come to set a little early," he said during his time on America's Live with Kelly and Ryan. "And we have to rinse our mouths for 1 minute. There's a guy standing there with a timer, counting down 60 seconds, and we have to rinse our mouths out for 60 seconds before the scene, before every take." He also expressed his confusion regarding the kissing restrictions because, after all, the actor gets his tongue in someone's mouth, and again, this is happening during a pandemic. The pandemic truly changed the cinema industry forever. For instance, Hollywood has recorded financial losses, and some productions that weren't so popular in this field have entered the race for the Oscars on April 25th, 2021, meaning that many films from Netflix and Amazon became successful. The Riverdale cast was instructed to rinse their mouths before every kissing scene. However, the cast of EastEnders had a different rule. The showrunners of EastEnders asked the real-life partners of the show stars to join the cast and kiss their partners on screen. What do you guys think about this? Let us know. The beanie. As you already know, Jughead Jones' beanie in Riverdale helps a lot in the description of the character, as the character he is based on in the comics wears a crown. But did you guys know that Cole Sprouse only has one beanie that he wears every single day on set? Can you imagine how terrible the beanie must smell? But as a professional actor, Cole must follow the rules. While appearing on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, Sprouse gave Fallon the beanie just to try it on, but he advised him not to smell it. "Same one still smells like mane and tail," Sprouse said. "We did get another one at the end of last season, but it was stolen," he further explained.
For starters, I was underground, as if in a tomb. Granted, I was hiding out in...
Forget your fears. In the first season of Riverdale, Cheryl Blossom had to appear in plenty of scenes that were filmed by water. While watching her stand by the water, we never noticed that the actress actually struggles a lot because of her fear of open bodies of water. As Madelaine Petsch explained in an interview with Glamour, she was in a glass-bottomed boat that broke a long time ago, so she was always kind of freaked out. Before she filmed the water scenes, she thought the Riverdale creators were going to hire a stunt double, but once she discovered she would have to do every scene by herself, she actually got a panic attack. Thankfully, she overcame her fear once they started filming the scenes. No judging. This rule applies to every TV show and every film. The only person that is allowed to say cut is the director. The cast is never allowed to interrupt the scene. The only exception to this rule might be for, let's say, Angelina Jolie. Sometimes Riverdale lacks creativity and the actors are unsatisfied with their lines. However, despite how unhappy they are with the lines, or if they make a mistake, the only person that could judge is the director.
I keep imagining that somehow he'll show up for the wedding.
Ignore the death threats. Yes, this actually happened to one cast member in Riverdale. As you already know, Jughead and Toni Topaz had a brief romance on Riverdale, and according to some fans, Toni was the one who ruined Jughead and Betty, aka Bughead. Because of this, Vanessa Morgan, the actress who plays Toni, received death threats. Morgan admitted in an interview with Glamour that fans were super angry when she was introduced to the show. "She's a friend," she said, adding that she might stir up the pot a bit with the Bughead relationship. But the fact that she even got plenty of death threats is a bit frightening. Although she said half of them were because fans didn't want that actually happening, and half were out of love, the only thing she could do back then was to ignore the death threats.
See what?
Fangs was dating Midge and forgot to tell Sheriff Keller.
Where'd you get this video?
It was posted on the Register's website. Somebody...
Which of these rules is, according to you, not necessary? Also, is there a rule you would apply in Riverdale or the film industry in general? Let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.